The Bento box shop, green G10 K390 pair 3, exclusive that dropped on Friday of last week. I think it was the 1st. This follows up the pair 2 that dropped a couple weeks earlier in the same configuration. It's a beautiful knife with really top of the line steel. So Bento had it on sale for $174.95. It's got $16 shipping, and with the California tax, to the city in California, it's about $207, which is reasonable for. It's about $10 cheaper than. That's about what the going rate's been. Pair 3 to the paramilitary 2. So it does show some of the bundles. You can get it with the standard. You can get it with the Domino with the CTS 204P that they've had forever. They actually have the Manix. I was actually looking at this because I still want this Manix carbon fiber, with the composite blade, the CPM 154 with the S90V, and a couple other packages here. And I had a subscriber that said he got it with the Sage. So don't just go what Bento shows on the website. You can actually call or email them. I think you can email them, and you can sometimes, make your own bundle if they'll allow you. Great manufacturing. I just don't know what Spyderco's deal is. It seems like on the last 2 knives I've gotten, again, this tip is just being chewed up, by the robotic sharpening machine. I don't know if you can really see it right here, but I mean, it's way off. Not that big of a deal. Once again, I'm just mentioning what I see in the knife. It'll be sharpened out. But you would think if this is a computer program that they could fix that. It just seems like it's always this left-hand side on most of the knives that just gets chewed in. And you have this really shallow tip here and a normal bevel on the other side. Uber sharp. Great fit and finish. Everything's square. It's just about drop shut, which is not a prerequisite for me, but I mean, all the pair 3s are usually coming pretty close. I think, in my opinion, I see less variance in blade tolerance and everything with the pair 3. I think it's because this floating stop pin, where on the paramilitary 2, you have the screw here, which will manipulate with the pivot screw. Sometimes they're really tight, sometimes they're perfect, but it just seems like I have just about every pair of 3, and they're all very close to each other. And I think this gone to the floating stop pin has helped, keep the action and everything else pretty close. So with K390, only having 4 or 5% chromium, you do have to oil. I already EDCI'd the blade this morning. A lot of people are using Vaseline, whatever your choice is. To keep it, you should keep something on there if you're going to use it, especially in humid environments. I have a young friend who's in the Marines that got transferred to the East Coast, and he's rusting S30V and S35V, and the liners, the stainless steel liners on his Manix, and the blade is rusting just from his sweat, carrying it around at work. So, with this steel, you definitely have to maintain it, or you will get corrosion. Don't complain about it. Spyderco's got a big sheet right in the box that talks about, how you need to maintain these blades. So, perfectly centered. These are available. It seems like there's not a frenzy in the Spyderco world to buy from Bento Box Shop. I don't understand that either. They're giving a fair deal. You may be paying $20 more or $30 more than some of the other places, but they sell out in 3 minutes, and people complain about not getting one. Here you can get one. You pay a little bit more. You don't have to buy it off somebody you don't know off of eBay, and it's available. What's what's their complaint about? I just don't understand. Anyways, 2 great knives. I hope they do a DLC version too with black hardware. That would be awesome. If you want a pocket knife, I mean, all these paramilitaries and Para 3s are going to last you a lifetime, but this blade with this K390 is just, this is a mean tool here. The Bento Box Shop Para 3 with K390 blade from Bohler, and green G10 scales.